Oh, I am live. Oh, that's so exciting. I actually pressed the right button. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I know that no one knows I'm going live today. I have to figure out a way to send out notices in a timely manner, but I will. And we will be live and we will be perfect and we will have a wonderful time. And you can chat with me if you want to. Welcome to live chat. It's right there on the side. And if you were here, you could write something. You could tell me something. But today is our second session. If you didn't have a chance to write down your intentions, we're going to talk about that right now. Intention to do something, to have something, to want something, to be engaged in your intention is what journals can do for you. So that every day you're focused on what it is you really, really want. What is your intention? Now, I learned this in a very simple manner. I was doing a training course for real estate agents in the late 70s. And I was talking to a group about money. And the first session that I did was all about money, how to talk about money, how to think about money, how to use money, how not to be afraid of money, how to realize what money can do for you, etc. And I asked the audience if they wouldn't mind telling me what was their intention, or excuse me, I said, what is your goal for these 5 weeks? We were going to train for 5 Mondays in a row. And several people raised their hands. And I called on this one young man, and he said his intention. No, he didn't say intention. See that I'm so clued in on intention. He said his goal was to sell 10 houses. I said, well, how many did you sell last month? And he said, none. I said, how many the month before? He said, none. And I said, so I think that when you set a goal of 10 houses, you're probably setting yourself up to fail. And so he said, well, I'm motivated. I'm inspired. I want to do it because of what you've taught us tonight, Judy. And I said, well, that's all great and that's all good, but let's set some type of goal that is doable and then increase another one and increase another one and like that. And I said, so let me ask you this question a different way. What is your intention in the next month? And when I said that, the room hushed. He got quiet. He couldn't answer the question. When I, instead of using the word goal, I used the word intention. And I realized at that very moment how huge intention was, how big it was. And it has been in all of my training courses ever since. And I can tell you, just last year, I took a master class from Aaron Sorkin on the internet. And it was fascinating because he opens his whole training with intention. If you're going to write a script, you have to write down what is your intention. All right. So I thought, oh, I'm vindicated. I'm right. Of course, the day that the book came out about intention, written by some very famous authors, there were several who wrote books on intention. And I got notified immediately. People called me from all around. So they knew that I was very serious about intention. So I'll give you a quick way that I learned it for myself. I knew that I had 3 children, a year apart, and that I wanted all of them to get a college degree. What I really wanted them to do was to be very successful in life, and I believed that you needed an education in order to do that. So I had my intention was to put 3 children through university, through college. Now, I had goals along those lines too, like what school did they want to go to, how much money would be required to pay the tuition, where they would live when they went to school, if they went to school away from home. So I made many, many decisions on the goals, the specific and measurable goals. I remember once getting a bill from Father Hertzberg from Notre Dame for $8,000. And so I said, oh my gosh, I've got to go sell some houses. And it was a great lesson to learn. When I'm teaching, people need to have some reason for being there, some purpose for working on it, some very serious intention. And we'll set goals at another time, but goals are not the same. Goals are measurable, intention is immeasurable. It's like happy. I want to be happy. Well, wait a minute. Or sometimes in my classrooms, they would say, I want to make more money. I give them a dime. I say, now you have more money. Are you happy? They go, oh, yeah, no, I'm not. All right. So the point here being, intention is serious. So in my case, it should also be very general to start with, and then we'll set specifics. So in my journal, I wrote that this year is a year of positive possibilities. Positive possibilities. That's the year. The whole year is going to be positive possibilities. Now, I may want to write down some specifics on intention, which I did. And if you attended my last class, you should have your journal and your book or your paper, however you're doing yours, and write some things down in it that you would like to see happen by the end of 2022. So I wrote, redecorate the condo. Oh, yeah, I like to redecorate from the cellar to the dome. Oh, there's no cellar. But I would like to redecorate it, make it look better. All right. Complete McKee Consulting. That's my business, McKee Consulting LLC. You can look it up if you want to. And I want to complete it. I don't want to cancel it. I don't want to retire. I just want to complete the business of it because it's time. It is time, and I've put it off long enough. All right. So the next one is I would like to wear a size 12. Now that's a goal. That's a goal. That's a specific and measurable goal. Because the intention is just to look good in my clothes, to look good in what I wear, whenever I wear it, wherever I go. I want to look like not that I just showed up, but that I arrived. That's the intention. The goal is a size 12. I want to travel more. That's a very big intention. Travel more. I'm already set to go to Chicago in February, and I'll probably go to Hawaii before the year is over. Those are specific and measurable goals. But the intention is that I get out of here and travel around to go to some of the places that I've been many, many times before, but all I did was work when I was there. I didn't have fun. I mean, I did have fun working, but I want to really have fun doing things. I want to create space. Now, we will talk more about that in other sessions, but the way you create space is to complete things. So if you wanted to, you could start today by completing things. I've already completed a lot of things. I had a best friend, Chaning Chu, and at the end of every year, she made us complete everything, pay all the bills, get all the dental appointments. I don't know. It was madness. But we did it every year. We completed because we want to leave a space and we want to leave some room for the next things to come into our lives. I have the intention that other people at big companies are going to call me and they are going to invite me to speak at their conventions or something. I don't know. I wrote down 3 of those. Now that's a specific and measurable goal, but invited to speak is what I want. I want to publish some of my journals or, how to do it. I want to start some new business, and I think I've already started it with this journaling. Start something new, something interesting, something to keep my mind working all the time. I want to use my knowledge, the knowledge that I have in my mind, the knowledge from the mystics that I've read about, the great speakers, Emerson and others. I want to look at what they wrote and I want to apply it in my life every day so that I can be living a life that is full of magic, full of miracles. And that's what I want the same for you. I do. I want you to do the same thing. I do want to live a spiritual path. I want to see the word of God in the world. I want to see some some joy in the Word of God. I have a very spiritual base that I love, and I want to do that. So I know already that the universe always says yes. So one of my intentions is the universe always says yes. So I've decided I will ask for something every day. The universe is not limited ever. So ask for what you want, not for what you don't want. That's very important. I highly recommend a couple of books if you want to. The Law of Attraction is a great one. Ask and It Is Given is a good one. The first one that I ever read along the ideas of prosperity and abundance and making more money and being more successful financially was a book called The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity by Catherine Ponder. That was really the first book I ever read on the subject. And I'm telling you, it changed my life. So intention, it's a wonderful, wonderful word. And what I want you to see is that you need to pay attention to the word. There's an old expression, I think it's Confucius, that said first intention, then enlightenment. So first you intend for the thing, and then you are enlightened as to how to get it or how to have it. And so maybe you have intentions for your life. Maybe you have intentions for other people's lives. But look at your intention. Take a page out of your book in the very beginning of your journal. Write down things like, I want to see people as fascinating instead of judging them. I want to see them as fascinating. All right? Now, that's intention. Intention means, write this one down, being determined in advance. In other words, determined before it happens to have it happen. Determined in advance. Write that down. And then every time you write an intention down on a piece of paper or in your journal, look to see if it meets that criteria. Does it have the intention that you want it to have? Positive possibility that you want to have. Do not write down something like, I don't want to eat sugar anymore. No. See, that's negative. Never going to happen. Too much energy and sugar. Instead, you would write down, it is my intention to eat healthy food every day. More and more of it. So that you can learn how to think in a positive direction. So that's your lesson for today. Intention. Intention is determined in advance. And you have to write it down. No digital journals. Because you can erase them. That's why. You can erase them. They don't mean anything. I wrote down on January 5th, the journal ideas are coming now, about 10 at a time. I will now go do my homework, and I will write down my intentions, and I will stay on purpose this year. I will teach with these journals. It's a better way to live your life, to be happy, to be joyful. And you can do that, but you have to clear the mind and set your intentions, because first intention, then enlightenment. So what is your intention? Write down all the intentions you have. Check to see if they're measurable goals, and then move goals down and keep intentions that are big and open and wide. Be happy. Be successful. Be rich. Be healthy. Be alive. Have fun all year. Every day, do something fun. Those are intentions. Okay, that's all I have to say. I was live. We'll see how it turns out. Thank you very much. Next time, maybe there'll actually be some people attending. Well, I didn't let anybody know. Now I will let them know that this has been recorded. All right, everybody. Bye. We'll do more maybe tomorrow. Who knows?